today's demonstration is how to paint in a cast shadow on your shell and bottle drawing. Your shell and bottle drawing is gonna look like this. It's not gonna look like this. So we're gonna paint in the cast shadow. I just put these in for placement. Now you don't, in order to do your tabletop, your cast shadow for your tabletop, your drawing doesn't have to be done. Like, all of the color doesn't have to be in. So if you're feeling a little bit behind, I still want you to do this just so I can help you today with it. You can get with somebody that's next to you if you use the same color tabletop, and you can mix these cast shadow colors together. Let's pretend like my tabletop color is blue. I'm going to the best of my ability, remix my tabletop color first. I'm going to make sure that I have the right kind of brush. You want a round watercolor brush, nice and soft bristles. If you just go like this and it scratches you, you don't have the right kind of brush. I'm going to add some blue because that's my original tabletop color. And I'm going to mix it so it's a little bit darker. If you need to test it on a separate piece of paper, it's not a bad idea. You could even test it in your sketchbook. Okay. Okay. Now, this is kind of the tricky part, because what you want to do is first identify the shadow that you're going to put in. No need to put 2 or even 3 shadows. Those are like your secondary shadows. You could just put in 1 cast shadow. If you want to get fancy, you can put in a shadow that's much darker than your tabletop, and then a mid-range in, and then an even lighter one, or vice versa. It'd probably make sense for you to add as you go your color, darker than darkest. But I wouldn't even worry about that for this purpose, okay? Keep in mind that if your highlight's here, your cast shadow is on the opposite side. So if you have difficulty seeing it, that's something that's going to help you, okay? Next step is you're going to put in your cast shadow just like this, right to the end of your tabletop. Please don't put your cast shadow in beyond your tabletop line. If you make any mistake on your cast shadow, don't worry about it. The cool thing that you can actually do is cut out your artwork, cut out your shell and your bottle, redo your tabletop, and glue them back on. Since cast shadow is 20% of your grade for this project. So you want to make sure that it's believable. Okay? Next step is you're going to grab like your dark color, like a little bit of black, which I'm just going to make it darker blue. Normally I'm going to suggest that you work out of the tube, but my black tube was missing, so I'm just going to use a little from here. And work right underneath here. And then you can mix those in. Okay. Now, if I want to have some green in my tabletop, it looks really cool. One of you guys move over, there we go. if you put some green in, again, you can work out of the tube as opposed to the palette if you want. If this color has dried, you're going to make it wet again. I'm actually going to get some yellow in there too. Because look at how light that looks on that tabletop. Feel free to use either the tubes or the palette for this. That'll look cool. Go and blend in, keeping my line kind of crisp. And then I'm going to add water to it like tie-dye. Kind of cool. The nice thing is too, if you kind of want to cheat, you can add in some color through your bottle as well. It's not really cheating. But say my bottle isn't quite done, or it just needs something, you can fill in those empty spaces with some of your tabletop dark colors, and it kind of looks neat. And then once you're done, put it on your drying rack, and that's it.